What is the difference between being a good leader and a great leader? Hi, this is Coach Jim Johnson, and I was a leader as a basketball coach for over 3 decades. Well, my first decade, I would consider myself a poor leader. But fortunately, after a lot of work, in the second decade of my coaching career, I became a good leader. But the last 10 years, I became a great leader. And in this video, I want to share the difference from becoming a good leader to a great leader. And I will share you some tips, and I'm excited to be doing that for you. I would like to share 7 keys to help you go from hopefully never a poor leader like I started, but from a good leader to a great leader. The first one is you have to understand your mission or purpose in life. I highly recommend you come up with your own personal mission statement. And here's what happened. In my first decade where I was a poor coach, I did not have a personal mission, and I was directionless and really hurt me as a leader. In the middle 10 years, I started to figure out my mission, but I didn't live it consistently. In the last 10 years, I was very clear about my mission and did a much better job of living it consistently. So it's really essential that you know what you're all about and that you live that on a daily basis. Number 2 is when I became the best leader I could be, was when I really focused on building trust in my team. And to do that, you have to really think of a couple things. Number 1, you have to do what you say and say what you do. Number 2 is you have to really show that you care about people and praise them and recognize them as quickly as you possibly can. And number 3, you have to base all your relationships on telling the truth. Those are essential to building trust. And when I was the most effective leader is when I did a much better job of communicating how to build trust and living it and being a better listener. It's hugely important as a leader to build trust in your team or organization. My third point to become a great leader is you have to learn how to effectively delegate. Early in my career, I didn't delegate anything. I thought I could do everything myself, and boy, was I wrong. It led me to be in disarray because I had too much on my plate. In my middle decade, where I became a good coach, I started to delegate some, but still didn't have enough trust in delegating as much as I need to. In my last 10 years, I talk about people on how to create an edge for your organization, and that is by bringing other voices into your team or program. And I did that by hiring a strength coach. I would bring in speakers to talk to my team. I would really listen to my staff and get their feedback all the time. And then I would share duties that they would need to do. And I knew because of our trust, they would take care of them. Remember, delegation doesn't mean that you just let them go without any guidance. But delegate and build that trust that they will do the job right, and it will really enhance you becoming a great leader. Number 4 is to stay positive. As a leader, especially early in my career, when things didn't go right, I didn't stay positive very well at all. And that was hugely important. In fact, my last decade, when I had a lot of success, I realized that I had to be the rock when things weren't going well. And to do that, I had to stay positive through the adversity. And that's so essential to be an outstanding leader, that you stay positive with your team or organization through the thick and thin. It will help you immensely. The 6th key is to be an outstanding leader. It's really important that you are continually improving yourself. Your teams can't get better, or your program or your organization can't get better if you don't constantly get better. So what are you doing to improve yourself? Are you consistently feeding your mind? Are you getting better each year as a leader? In my last decade, I believe we had so much success because after a successful year, I really strive to even be better the next year. And it's immensely important that as a leader, you constantly are growing yourself and then certainly growing your people on your team or your organization. My seventh and final key to being an outstanding and effective leader is that going on that you continue to grow yourself is I highly recommend you get a mastermind group, a group of people that you can reach out to and talk to on a regular basis, whether you meet with them face to face or use a phone call or Skype or whatever method. But that's a great way to learn from others, is develop that mastermind group and consistently talk to them and get ideas, share questions, get feedback. It's a really powerful way to enhance you as a leader. I believe strongly if you're going to be an outstanding leader, you should continually analyze what's going on. I've done a lot of reflection in my life, and I've done a lot of thinking, and I've come up with and shared these keys with you that's helped me go from a bad coach to a good coach to an outstanding coach and leader. And I know you can do the same thing. So take time to reflect. What are you doing right? What do you need to improve? And strive to keep getting better and use these keys to be the best leader, because the better leadership we have, the better world we live in. Thank you. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if my team or myself can ever help you, reach out to my website, coachjimjohnson.com. We're here for you. Thank you.